Welcome back, everyone. I thank you all for hanging in there. I know it's been a while, and as you know, life's been kicking me in the balls repeatedly over and over. But you know what? I'm glad you guys stuck around. I appreciate it. And today, my first review back, which I'm probably going to be a little rusty on this, but you know what? Get the fuck over it, and you all will get the fuck over it. We're going to be talking about Evil Dead: Hail to the King on Sega Dreamcast. Now, with the most recent Evil Dead movie coming out back in April or whenever it came out quite recently, Evil Dead Rise, great reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, pretty much the second coming of Christ apparently in the Evil Dead and the horror franchise, but good. There was a time, I'm going to just jump back, there was a time where the Evil Dead series was getting a bit of a mini renaissance in the late 90s, early 2000s, where with the popularity of Resident Evil and survival horror genre, Silent Hill being a part of it. Of course, a shameless cash grab is nothing less than a shameless cash grab, unless you imitate something sincerely and make it flattering. All they had to do with Evil Dead was imitate Resident Evil to a fucking T, and everything would have been fine. Take Resident Evil, the original style Resident Evil games, 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica, whatever. Take them and take what makes those games awesome and strip it all out, and you pretty much have Evil Dead: Hail to the King. So we're going to get right into the gameplay and the intricacies. I'm going to show you guys why Evil Dead: Hail to the King is it worth your time, or is it a fucking dumpster fire? And I'll give you a hint. Time is precious, and dumpster fires suck. So take that with a grain of salt or a grain of sugar, and let's start. I'm going to let's see, hang on, hold on. It's been a while, guys. I said I'm rusty. But we're going to start by talking about the graphics, then the sound, then the controls and gameplay, and the fun factor, and then the final word. So let me tell you guys why Evil Dead: Hail to the King should have been amazing, but it wasn't. Let's jump right in. Okay, let's start with the visuals. First, you all may have noticed that the game uses some pretty decently pre-rendered backgrounds. And, well, that's pretty much where all the praise ends, because the character models, they absolutely suck. With Ash being probably the best, and the enemies, well, look for yourself. It looks like shit. Absolute polygonal, triangulated shit. Here's why. Now, despite the fact this was also developed and released on the PS1, it probably looks better as a PS1 game than a Dreamcast game. Rule of development, develop for the lowest common denominator. The animations, I mean, look at Ash flailing about. Look at that. You could tell these animations are literally just garbage. Everything about this game, which should have been a smash hit home run, like literally, all they had to do was just, like I said earlier, rip off Resident Evil and put the Evil Dead coat of paint. You can't get past the fact that these graphics, even when they came out, clearly were not up to Dreamcast standards. The only praise I give is the backgrounds. As you'll also see, Ash, the way he's moving, it looks so robotic and stilted. The enemies, the couple variety that you'll come across that you'll see, because I really just can't manage to play through this game enough to care. It's just terrible all around. The menus aren't bad looking. Again, that's probably where all the praise is going to go. The menus and the background. Don't think that just because the pre-rendered backdrops actually look decent, and they do capture the Evil Dead feel. I would probably go so far as to say they recreated most of the set pieces from the first film or two. Again, I didn't really give a fuck enough to care. What else can I say? These graphics are absolute trash. The texture work is trash. The models are trash. The animation is trash. Backdrops look nice. Ooh, that curtain looks nicely animated. And that's about it. So if you're going into this game thinking it's going to be a pleasant looking game, it's not. It's actually quite painful on the eyes. And truthfully, for the first real, true, big budget Evil Dead game, they should have done so much more. Well, let's move on to the sounds, because now here's another fucking doozy. You guys ready for this? Get ready.
soul! I'll swallow your... I'll swallow your soul!
Let's go.
As you can see, get used to hearing "I'll swallow your soul," because just about every fucking enemy in this game, or at least in the beginning, spouts that line over and over and over. You are not gonna ever want to hear "I'll swallow your soul" again. In fact, I got a drinking game for you. Do a shot of any of your preferred whiskeys, liquors, vodkas, any alcoholic beverage, and see if you can stay sober within a half hour of playing this piece of garbage. You probably won't. The only good thing I can say about the sound in Evil Dead Hail to the King, the music is alright. What music there is. The ambient sound is fine, like the frogs ribbiting in the background, the crickets, all the nighttime noise that the game prides itself on, because that's pretty much the highlight of it. That and Bruce Campbell's voice, him playing Ashley Williams, always classic, never gets old. But even Ash can't save Evil Dead itself, and Bruce can't save Ash. This game's sound is just a terrible audio mix. The only real good part about the sound is that you can listen to any music you want from your headphones, from any other source besides this game. I can't just stress enough that this game is just what should have been a home run. It's a fucking strikeout. Alright? Do yourself a favor. The menus sound like shit. The chainsaw sounds cool. And the sound effects, get used to the same whiffs and wails and over and over and over. Because you're going to be when you get into combat, all you're doing is exchanging blows like retards. That's pretty much it. You just stand there and keep swinging at each other, and chances are you're going to get your ass kicked. You're going to be going through health like whoa. So, the sounds, I gotta say, shit. Bruce, I'm sorry. Don't take it personal, man. We still love you. Okay, guys. I gave you the lowdown on the graphics and the sound. Let's move on to the, Oh, Christ. Oh, God, why won't this be over? Let's move on to the gameplay. When it comes to the gameplay, Evil Dead Hail to the King should have been a home run. All you needed to do was literally just make it play like Resident Evil. But a combination of terrible controls, obtuse puzzles, and the puzzles in this game, I must say, are all absolutely disgusting and terrible and just dog shit.
You want a little?
Most of them are literally not even logic puzzles, but a combination of find this item, find out where item goes to. And a lot of them don't make sense. As you'll notice, I spent a lot of time in the menus navigating through, trying to see what I have and where it goes. It's just not an enjoyable game. Take my word, guys. I cannot recommend Evil Dead Hail to the King, even to the hardcore, the most elitist hardcore Evil Dead fans. From repetitive combat, which is terrible and it's just a slugfest, there's no way you can play this game and get away unscathed. The enemies just turns into a back and forth brawl. You're going to hear the same repeated phrases from those enemies. You're going to fight the same types of enemies over and over and over. You're going to be wandering around. There's no real map to speak of. I mean, there is a map, but it's totally not helpful. The garbage controls do nothing to alleviate this. You're going to run out of gas with your chainsaw every minute. You're going to be running out of ammo because ammo is scarce. Just take my word, guys. I could go on and on. Don't fucking dedicate any time to Evil Dead Hail to the King. What should have been a really good game with a lot of hype turned into a dismal, absolute failure. Okay, guys. Is Evil Dead Hail to the King fun or not? Absolutely fucking not. Don't waste your time. Okay? There. That's the most glowing review of Evil Dead you're ever gonna see. Okay? This game is absolutely not worth your time. It brings your entire Dreamcast collection down, I assure you, okay? It's worse than 7th Cross Evolution. In an alternate reality, this game might have been awesome. But this reality, it fucking blows. Guys, I can recommend one Evil Dead game that's actually pretty goddamn good, besides the new one. OG Xbox, Evil Dead, Fistful of Boomstick, and Regeneration. Check those out, and even the new game. Otherwise, stay as far away from this. Treat this like it has the fucking plague. Treat it like it's leprosy, okay? Treat it like it's your red-headed stepchild that was born through a very, very tumultuous inbreeding type relationship. Stay the fuck away from this game. And if you do buy it, no priest, no bishop, no rabbi, no imam, nothing is going to give you back your time, money, life, and the portion of your soul that this game will destroy. Sorry for the long interval between reviews. The past year has been very, very bad, especially since my mom passed in February. But moving on beyond that, I do hope my intervals will trim down to back the usual twice a week reviews. There's a lot of good Saturn stuff coming that I want to touch on and review, specifically Shining Force 3, Scenarios 2 and 3, fully translated. I bought a good repro from Nightwing Reproductions, and they translated it goddamn gorgeously. Anyway, keep an eye out for my next review. I do want to have one sometime this week. I miss you guys. Thank you for sticking in there. I'm Johnny Boy. This is my channel, Elite Gamers United, and to which I will say, fuck Evil Dead, hail to the king. May it rot in hell and die of syphilis. See you guys next time.